Welcome back to Let's Play Catechumen. This is the endgame.
What did he just say?
Oh, I don't need to repeat it. You'll hear it again.
Catechumen, where are you?
So I'm guessing that this is the final boss that's talking to us now?
Yeah, that's the final boss that's talking to us. Oh, that's not the final boss, though. That's just a gargoyle.
And yet the final boss continues to talk.
Oh, we died. Oh yeah, he continues to talk.
I've got to think that the sound designer had, like, maybe a traumatic childhood, something like that.
Maybe.
Because he's evidently trying to give me pain between
Hurt
this
us?
and the fucking Minotaur.
Where are you?
Oh, shut up, whoever you are.
So at this point, I'm just like, I'm not getting ambushed again. I'm gonna kill all the gargoyles. I think there's actually two different sound clips he's using, though. I think that's, but it might just be my brain tricking me into thinking this, just to preserve my sanity.
Yeah, it's wishful thinking that there's actually like two different voices here.
Yeah.
Considering that he's probably going to keep on repeating this for like the next several minutes.
That's a pretty good guess.
Catechumen, where are you?
Okay, welcome to Endless Tedium, the level. Because now it's... I don't know why, but I found it extremely... Oh, they're gravity pads. No, I found it extremely hard to actually locate the end of the level.
Okay, great, more mazes.
Well, no, it's not even a maze. It's just a really confusing layout, and it's really long. So if you go the wrong way, then it takes a long time to get back to try and guess again.
So what you're
Because you can see there's this big empty room.
so what you're saying to me is that the tension in this finale is palpable.
Oh yeah. Well, it gets a lot more intense once we get to the final part of the boss fight. This is the foreplay.
Okay, now you've got me imagining like that voice in the background there saying that like as he's preparing to, you know, have sex with something.
Catechumen, where are you?
God. Okay, well, I feel bad. I feel dirty.
This is the entrance to this. It looks like I'm trying to escape the level, but no, that's the entrance, and I hadn't figured that out. I was like, oh my gosh, I found the door. Is this the way through? And I was like, oh no, that's how I came in.
Well, like, again, we're getting this issue of just everything looks the same. Oh, that again.
Yeah.
That again.
Yeah, except we get at least a health pickup. Like, what's the point of that? You're just gonna take health but then give it? Like, it's just...
Catechumen giveth, but catechumen taketh away.
Yeah, just to waste a little bit of time. And I had to, like, because the gravity pads are like all the other jumping in the game, they're just so hard to get it to actually work.
Okay, so, like, you said that this final boss fight is, like, 2 parts, is, like, significantly long, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's sort of... There's other stuff going on during the final boss fight in a way, like, I think a good portion of this level is sort of a boss fight and also sort of a level. Like, it's actually kind of an inventive design, like, the way that they drag it out, that it's not just... Oh, they plop you in the room and you gotta beat the final boss. Like, they do... There's stuff going on, you gotta... Well, you'll see once we actually get to it, but I gotta give them props that the final level is... Like, the final boss is actually fairly... It's a fairly well done first-person shooter final boss. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's still in Catechumen, and so there's still all the shittiness that implies. But it's not really. I mean, well, actually, no. It is a terrible final boss fight. The second part, the end, the final bit sucks so hard. But the bit in this level is actually fairly decent once I figure out where the hell to go.
Yeah, because, like, that seems to be it right now. It's just the fact that everything is Okay, a very basic solution to everything that is going wrong here. Just have the colored lighting that's on each of these different towers be a different color.
Yeah.
And bang.
Yeah, that would work too. I think I'm just going back down the suicide Ewok tunnel again. Yep.
Yep, here we go. But like the thing that I've always found with a lot of FPS is like I know that this is very true, and like my personal favorite as far as like this generation of FPS goes would be System Shock 2. I've never actually played Half-Life, so that might change. But the one thing that I have always noticed,
It's commonly agreed that Half-Life actually gets really shitty in the end game.
well,
so.
this is the thing, is that the same thing happens in System Shock 2. The last level is like a little bit of a thing, and then a boss fight that is really, really easy or really, really hard to pay, but like not like good hard, like bad, like repetitive hard.
Right.
And like, so I've always
Hi, this is the final boss.
well, that was certainly abrupt.
Didn't you love how the game just randomly took all of our health, basically, there, because we couldn't react in under a second?
I think my favorite part of this is the music.
Yeah? It sounds like the soundtrack's farting.
It sounds like a broken pipe organ, just sort of like randomly hitting notes.
Yeah, just sort of wailing. Anyway, yeah, if you hadn't figured it out, the final boss is Satan.
Okay, good. That.
So
this is Satan. This is what Satan looks like.
This is Satan. Yeah, this is Satan. He's just sort of a big red dude with wings.
He looks more like King Midas, with devil wings. Not only that, but he's not even fucking flying.
I don't know why his wings remind me of King Ghidorah's. I'm not sure why.
Actually, yeah, they're like the kind of bat type of design. My lord.
Also kind of like and the gold coloration too, sort of. Oh, see, now the big green orbs are like homing. They'll home in on you, and you can't dodge them. They'll just they turn with a really good radius. But I think the trick to it is you got to just put something between you and the ball. Like they won't navigate around anything. That was great. It just pop out of the teleporter, instantly dead.
Yeah, like I'll admit, like the way that you were like building up to this, I was expecting like an opening cutscene maybe, or like.
Yeah.
I was actually expecting, since like
instead of just suddenly losing 75% of my health.
Yeah, like I was actually expecting, since like, you know, Satan technically speaking is Lucifer, Lucifer, an angel. I was actually expecting him to like pop up like as one of those angels that have been giving us weapons and dancing around this whole time.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah, and like give us a little speech before he like descends on us and so forth, which I know is like unrealistic because it's Satan. He probably wouldn't really care enough to give you an opening cutscene. But he's been saying "Catechumen, where are you?" this entire fucking time, so I would figure that he would.
Yeah. There'd be a little bit, and then the blue orb just hit me in the back and cost me half my health. So, yeah, I think it was only in the final part of the boss fight that I figured out that the trick, I think at this point I hadn't quite figured out that the trick was to put something hard between you and the green ball, because otherwise it will hunt you down and it will take all of your health, and then Satan will just one-shot you with a red orb that you can't dodge.
Well.
But once you know what you're doing, the green orbs are actually very easy to deal with. But until you figured it out, they'll just kill you every time.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's kind of trial and error-esque, but it's fairly easy to figure out, so it's not like egregiously trial and error-y.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully next time I'm gonna fucking save before I go through the teleporter, like somebody who's got half a brain.
Yeah, so you're not just doing this travel time dance every time.
At least I'm not getting it wrong.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, that would be fucking tedious if I'd be getting it wrong.
There you go. Satan.
Yep.
Like, I just feel as if this, it's an interesting boss fight if it weren't for the fact that it was fucking Satan.
Yeah. See, now this is the interesting bit where basically the idea is, like, the game kind of doesn't want you to just stay at Satan's ground level and take him on one-on-one. So if you take these things, you can get up here.
And
so this is what I'm talking about with there being a level going on during the boss fight, kind of.
Oh. Okay. So, like,
so there's these little...
Go ahead.
No, so I said, so there's these little areas, but it's not really it's It's not really a proper level. It's just health and ammo pickups.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a. For some reason, Satan has decided to position himself in such a way that you have a safe area to go to.
Yeah. And also there, I got the big armor pickup, so I'm saving my game again.
Oh, so you kind of have to find that if you want to like beat this guy consistently.
Kinda, yeah.
Because otherwise, he's just gonna do far too much damage to you in far too little time.
More or less, yeah. And there are only so many health pickups.
Yeah, so like you don't have infinite health or whatever the heck it's saying.
Also, you're never given any. Yeah, no, you don't have and you're never given any kind of indication if you're actually hurting Satan.
Well, you're never given any indication if you're actually hurting like anything in this game except for the gargoyle.
Well, some stuff kind of flinches, but I mean Satan doesn't. So, and that's the problem is I don't know like does attacking his wings do him damage or not? Like you're never 100% sure.
My guess is no. I'm gonna go on ahead and guess that. I don't. Oh,
I don't.
teleport.
Yeah, he actually does move between these two fighting arenas, and that freaked me the fuck out the first time.
Well, particularly considering the gigantic white flash, and he's still saying, "Where are you?" even though he knows exactly where you are.
Yeah, I haven't moved.
I haven't moved, Satan. God damn it! What is wrong with your short-term memory?
Well, that's just maybe it's like. For whatever, this is just like a Hollywood celebrity, like this is fucking Tom Cruise, and they got him to record this line, and then they distorted the fuck out of it, so they could only afford the one line.
You see,
That's the most...
considering that he keeps on saying this over and over again, I'm beginning to theorize that maybe Satan's gotten a little bit old, he might have Alzheimer's.
Yeah, you think Satan...
And why can you still hear him?
Just... I'm not sure what the fuck that was. Oh, this is the fourth tower that we didn't go into.
Oh.
Because the level designers just hate us.
Okay, well, that was well thought out. Oy.
Yeah, like, why can you even go back to this area? You shouldn't be able to return to this area, period, ever. Like,
it's a little bit on the silly side.
I think the top there is supposed to also be part of the boss fight, but you can't get up it.
Oh.
Because sometimes Satan does spawn on top of that castle. And I sort of saw him. And here's like, oh shit, where is he? Is he down here? No, he's not. I think he's on top of the castle right now. So now we gotta navigate the level again.
Hey.
We indeed.
This is an interesting concept for a final boss fight, because like as I said before, FPS final boss fights are almost always failures.
Yeah, but this one's actually like workable. Like, I mean, I can see this one with some revision being pretty cool.
Well, essentially, if it wasn't made by a team of
oh yeah,
people.
Like I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Then again, this whole game is kind of like that. Like, if this game had been made by someone competent who actually like was willing to
it
put
could
a
have
lot
been
of
kind of
effort
cool.
into it,
Yeah.
then it probably could have come out actually fairly good. But they didn't realize how ridiculous it was to shoot Romans and have them start praying, and they didn't realize that
With swords.
the level design is fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is like the best level design that $830,000 can get you. Like, I don't know. He's talking about like not putting in the effort. Like this is some kind of tiny indie studio that didn't have 830 grand to throw around.
The thing is that I think that I honestly think that like I'm getting like what's his name? Huey Boll. Huey Boll used that like German tax loophole. And there's like some part of me that theorizes that maybe that's what happened here.
Maybe the funding was writable as a charitable donation. Maybe like maybe it was because sometimes you can get your donations to a church written off on taxes, and maybe this was somehow funded like that.
Or
and it was a scam. And then the money all just went back to the people who had it.
Yeah, like or like you theorized before, like most of the price was spent. Most of the price of the game was actually spent on getting 2 mansions for the developer.
Yeah, or just like they just spent the entire budget on hookers and blow.
Yep.
The most hookers and blow in history.
just almost exclusively to throw it in the faces of the people that gave them the money in the first place.
Yeah. They made it rain every day.
Yep.
They just
Jesus makes it rain.
every day of the development they dropped like dollar bills from the roof. They heated their office by burning dollar bills. That's where the money all went.
They heated their office by burning dollar bills and coffee.
They invested it all in pets.com. It was in 2000, so it was like
I don't know the story to that one, but
all in .com investments. And then no, I really have no idea where the money went.
yeah, because
Cause sure as fuck it didn't go into the voice acting.
oh god no, but the thing is that like I keep on making System Shock 2 comparisons, but the thing is that
Yeah.
System Shock 2 was made for approximately double the amount that this game was.
Yeah.
It was made for 1.7 million.
Would you say it has double the quality, or like maybe a bit more than that?
Well, what's double zero? So,
I guess that's a good point.
but the thing is that it's a game with like complex mechanics, a lot of atmosphere, sound design made by a god, and then there's this.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is just
not only that,
like some guy just like got a bunch of volunteers from the local church to make a game. Like,
pretty much and I'm fairly sure that System Shock 2, I might be wrong here, but I don't think it was based on another engine either. I think they made their own engine, which costs a shit ton
they
of money.
rolled their own, yeah. So, oh yeah, it does, yeah.
And so
I yeah. Sorry.
and so
Go-
this,
what were you
which
saying?
is using a pre-made engine,
Cha-CATECHUMEN, where are
is still shouting "Catechumen,
Yeah.
where are you?" at me.
Well, I think licensing the engine cost 17 grand. I think that's what the figure was. But that's it. Like,
That's a lot less than making one.
Yeah. That's the question. I'm almost certain some form of embezzling was going on because there is not $830,000 worth of video game here. Period.
No, as long as this game may feel to me at this point, it's a fairly short game as far as actual gameplay time goes.
Well, yeah.
And it's based on very simple mechanics, and everything is just kind of average as far as the gameplay goes, except for the fact that it doesn't work.
Yeah. I'll say, well, you think playing this game, well, this is kind of average, but I don't know, like what's worse? I mean, I guess if the controls just wouldn't work, that would be worse, but
I think this game still is a little bit better than Daikatana, honestly.
yeah, and you could be right.
Yeah, because at least... Oh, wait, I think we killed him.
Well, no, we beat the first part of the boss fight. So, at this point, I was trying to figure out, do I want to get do I follow it? I thought there was a chance that if I touched it, I would die. Anyway, this is the end of the first part of the level, so we're sort of going to be splitting this up, so